Okay, we're in the barn. Today we're going to be putting a Falcon Nexus steering stabilizer on this. I already have the Terraflex 4.5-inch kit installed on this, and for whatever reason I didn't think to put a stabilizer on it when I bought and installed this thing. But I can tell that, especially after the first couple of wheeling trips, I think that stock stabilizer is starting to give way a little bit, starting to lose some of its dampening. At various highway speeds, we tend to get a little bit of side-to-side wobble. And look, these stock stabilizers just aren't built for 40-inch tires, period. So lots of options out there. Fox King, Bilstein, and I do personally believe that this Falcon kit is probably one of the better stabilizers out there. But this is essentially, what you're going to get if you order this. Got the brackets in here, in typical Terraflex / Falcon form. The instructions are right here in front of you. What do you want? Say hi, Gracie. Hi. So anyway, this is a really cool looking kit. Everything's anodized like it's supposed to be. I gotta figure out how to do this video stuff so I can use two hands. This is awkward. And I know whenever I watch YouTube videos, I tell that individual to get a helper or something, but we just had a brand new baby boy, so my helper is in the house nursing. But anyway, it's a cool looking shock. 5/8 shaft. Everything's anodized. Stickers look like they're good quality. A lot of thought into the bracketry installed on this. And then of course, this here is one of the main reasons that we do this. Soft, medium, firm. We like options. So just like on the 3.3 series shocks on this, I now have an adjustable steering dampener. So I get the feeling that I'll end up leaving it in firm for most of my driving. If I get off road, I'm probably going to reach down and turn this thing to medium or soft, just because I don't need any extra dampening on the slow stuff, hurting the power steering gear and Pitman arm and related everything else. So anyway, that's essentially what the package is going to look like. I'm going to get this thing installed, and I'll shoot you a video of it after I got it installed. So one thing worth noting is in the instructions they have you take this axle side track bar bolt loose, but as you can see, as part of this lift kit, we actually raise the track bar up a couple of inches here. And the reason they want you to do that is so that you have access to these bolts right here. That's not necessary any longer with a little bit of a track bar raise. So I got that going for me at least. Okay, so as suspected, I just got my stock stabilizer pulled off, and the first thing I always do is, so this position that it's in right now is where it would normally run straight down the road. And what I always do, obviously I can't do it with a camera in my hand or I'd show you guys, but I grab both ends of this by hand, or I'll put it on a bench in a vice grip or whatever, and I'll do my best to run this thing in and out, just to kind of simulate road forces against it. And the first thing I saw is I had about a 1/4 inch worth of play back and forth here, and just essentially free play to where it wasn't dampening the steering at all. And I will tell you guys this from my experience, that every single time I see that, that equates to a death wobble situation. And guys and girls will put all kinds of parts on their Jeeps and trucks to fix that problem, when all along we're fighting a stabilizer. Got to have a good steering stabilizer, and I get the feeling this thing's going to totally kick butt. Okay, this first little thing that we'll run into here, I guess I didn't expect to run into this, but that ain't going to work. And I've tried to wiggle it side to side and all that stuff. It's just in a bad spot. So I'm going to get out and turn that steering wheel to the right and just see how much these two components here, the drag link and the tie rod, move independently of each other. Maybe I can get this to come a little bit forward, that to go a little bit backwards. If that's the case, we're in business. Okay, so that worked out great. You can see that we've got lots of room now. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the parts on the tie rod end first, and then we'll get it turned back straight and see how we do on the back end here. Okay, got it installed. It's about I mean, what you got all the tools and stuff kind of rounded up, about a 15-minute deal, if that. A little bit more with hand tools. I don't like hand tools. So, some first impressions. As you can see, I've got it on the softest setting. Oh, got some shadows here, but it is much stiffer than the factory unit in stock, or excuse me, in soft setting, which is super cool. I absolutely love that. And I can't wait to see what this thing's like on the interstate. These things can wander a little bit, even in stock form, and I think a better steering stabilizer is going to help. But that is essentially the end result there. See, you've got lots of clearance here. Should be plenty of room for RCV axle shafts, which are coming pretty quick. The other thing is I was kind of concerned about ground clearance. It's still kind of down below the tie rod, which anytime that happens and you do some rock crawling, you tend to nick these things up once in a while. On the JKs, we had a lot of good options out there for steering stabilizer relocation kits. And I'm sure that there's a solution out there for what I'm doing. But, you know, 40-inch tires, I get in the rocks, but I'm not out banging around like I would with that thing. But we do get out in the rocks, and we'll see what happens. I don't know how it's going to go with clearance on this thing. I'm sure someday I will end up nicking this thing, but in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy the results out of this guy. So, but anyway, Falcon steering stabilizer, adjustable, soft, medium, firm, fits like a glove, looks great, and I'm sure it's going to work just as great as the rest of the suspension system on this Jeep. Any questions, let me know. If you're interested in ordering, we've got them on our website. I'll put a part number on here for you to search on the website so you can get one for your very own Jeep. Thanks for watching.